All right, hang on, let me just hit record. Right, morning all. Morning all. For you dry slugs who's ever thought, what's the point in becoming a moist slug and joining us on Patreon? Well, you've just missed AIDS Chat. Matt Gitton has come in. He's one of our moisties. He said, AIDS Chat. Wasn't expected, but I'm here for it. So if you're here for a bit of AIDS Chat, make sure you join us on the mailbag.
Right. I don't know if that's a great start.
I think it's look, the podcast is niche, so it's a niche sell.
Okay, listen then, Jim, because I've got a question.
Okay.
It's one that's been percolating for a while. I've got to say, probably towards the end of last season, but maybe I wasn't brave enough to ask it. I am now.
You emboldened. You emboldened.
Got to go, innit? Jim, surely he's got to go. He's got to go, Jim. It's done.
Are you there?
Oh, mate, I've been there, James.
It goes against my general views.
Yep.
But hey, look, I'm beaten in League Two.
Grimsby.
Yeah. 5 games, 3 wins, 2 draws, 4th in League Two right now.
Fair enough. All right, yeah, fair enough. Sorry, yeah, I didn't think about them.
I mean, look, we've got to talk about it.
You've got to go.
George Pena, great line here. Great line. It's a great line. Pundits don't use it enough. It's hard to see a way back, he says. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that is a belter.
Do you know what? So last year I was I did the Thomas Frank chat, right? Do you remember with EA?
Yes, remember that was
thank
great.
you to EA and Sky for asking me to do it. I absolutely bloody adored it. And I was like, I'd love to do more of this. Please, can I do more of this? And they were like, absolutely. Got one in the works. Keep it under your hat. Gary O'Neill. Oh, Gary. Okay. Gary, all right. Let me go in my spare time. Let me go swat away on that. Oh, you did. So how did you do so well at Bournemouth in that first year? So I was ready. And he's gone. So that dropped. And I went, oh, Gary. There's another Gary I know who's a producer. I went, oh, Gary.
Megson. Get me Megson.
No. Oh, Gary O'Neill's, he's got the chop. And he went, James, don't worry about it. I'm all over it. Ange Postecoglou. He's next. Oh. We're in talks. I went, okay.
When was this happening, Jim?
This was happening? It was around December.
Okay. Just where it all went proper tits up.
Yep. So it just sort of got pushed back. And I'll be honest, I was quite happy with that because I'm not sure I wanted to go. Ange. So okay, I get it. You want to press? Got it. What if you're not the better team? Is there a more pragmatic way you could play? Yeah, so I was quite pleased that didn't.
Did you feel like you would have had to ask that question, knowing full well he's answered this question several times,
a million times?
Yeah, but in that instance, what would you have done? Do you think you would have? How would you have got? Because you've had to ask that in a tactical conversation.
Yeah,
you have to ask that question. How would you have? Do you think you would have gone about that?
Do you know what I would have gone? I would start with. Ange, you've made it incredibly clear that blah 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 blah. I would have said the answer for it, but I'm not stupid. I know this is who you are, mate.
Yeah, but it's not working, is
it? Yeah. Any chance of sort of winning the XG battle? No. So yeah, I don't know. So with Amorim, I'm like, I think that's a great chat we could have. So I might even message Gary. I went, have you been trying to sort out some sort of tactical interview with Amorim? But yeah, it's. I mean, wow. I did the podcast, Spotify podcast with Lears, which we sort of disregarded the Grimsby game because you just presumed, that would be a comfortable 2-3-0 win. And I think the thing that's scary for Man United here is that was a good team.
Yeah, it was fine.
That was a good team.
Well, we know, James, that the team, the players, the quality of the players are not necessarily the problem. They just don't quite fit in what Amorim wants to do. And the only thing that Amorim knows is all the success that he's achieved before him using this system. And a system, James, just doesn't work.
Do you know what? The one thing I've got to say with all of this is, isn't it amazing? The thing that gets you the job is the thing that costs you the job. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, give me a number. Like Ian Holloway comes in at QPR, obviously a long time ago. Postecoglou. Yeah, exactly. Like the thing that gets you the job seems to be the thing that stops you from having the job anymore.
Russell Martin will be sacked in the next 2 weeks, probably at Rangers. He's been there 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if he got the. Did he get the job based on that specifically? But for like, I think
he probably saw what he did at Southampton in the Championship, and the Rangers thought we could apply this with better players and better teams. You can play that type of football, but perhaps not.
I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here, right? Like, it can't keep. I appreciate the and I agree with it. I think it's very Ange-esque, actually. It was en vogue for a minute, this idea of like having one way of playing. And I said this on the pod to you last year. Like, I was like, there's something problematic about a singular identity, because you need as many answers as possible. Because in 2025, the teams that you play against have never had more answers, or have never had more clues to find a possible answer. So you need as many answers as possible. For example, Mr. Frank down at Tottenham.
I can't tell you how. It's like, I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know how. Like, it's like he set up against PSG, and you're like, why are we got 5 at the back? Why are we pressing them on the edge of their box? This doesn't make any sense to me.
We are, mate.
5 at the back surely means low block counter, transitional play. That's what I know. That's what I assumed. Sure. Not with Thomas Frank. Not choo-choo. With Tommy the tank engine. So yeah, it is refreshing when you've had a dogmatic manager to a pragmatic one, and the results come. Obviously, it's early doors. We played 2 Premier League games. It could all go tits up. It probably will all go tits up. But you're right. There was an era. Did you say an era? There was a clutch of managers that were dogmatic.
Yeah, it was definitely a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, Company, Postecoglou, Russell Martin, Amorim is. But the best coaches, Arteta, Guardiola, they are always shifting. Always.
Yeah. I think obviously there's principles. There's principles, isn't there? Like Thomas Frank, it's one where even if we're not the better team, we're going to have a bit more defensive solidity, but we're going to still play with assertion, and we're still going to, once the ball's in the opposite half, we're going to get at you. Like, it doesn't matter if we're playing 5 or playing 4. This is the thing with Amorim, is that like he's changing. He's not giving himself as many cards as possible. But if he's in a very difficult position here. I think the Burnley game might not be the game that he kind of gets sacked after, but they have hit rock bottom. Like this, the morning that we're recording this, it's the Thursday morning after the Wednesday night. They are at. This is the rock bottom of Man United. I think this is as bad as it's ever been. Right?
I'm not even laughing at them. I ain't.
But there's something in that. There's a positive in that, if you want to find it.
Okay, what is it?
That is so humbling. And this Burnley game is a cup final. Like, it's an absolute cup final. It's like, look, if you want to stop this cycle, it's got to be now. Because the next games after this are Man City and Chelsea, and I think Liverpool are in there as well. Brentford are knocking about as well. It's not a nice run of games, right? So because I think if you break up Amorim, right? Like you say, dogmatic to that system. He really, really believes in that system. Okay? I mean, marks out of 10 for that. I think for me, that's a bit of a problem, right? Personal sort of skills, talking to the media, connecting with the fan base, that side of it, I think he's actually quite strong. I think people like that.
As Massa says, he does speak well.
He does speak well, yeah. And I thought it was amazing. He sort of like, not 8-miled it, but kind of. He went, we can't change 22 players. Which you can read that two ways. You can go like, well, the group needs to change, or you go, that means I could go. like there's
That's when a
sort of
manager
giving them
starts talking like that.
It's
the
dangerous
end.
for sure. It's dangerous
Right.
for sure. You're right.
Jim, and the.
God.
Well, sorry. Have you finished your point about defending it?
No. My point is that there are aspects of him that people really like, and in the pod I did with Leah's, the thing I was saying is that if you give him 10 games, or if you sacked him today, you're just rinse and repeating the same cycle.
So they've got major problems, Man United, and so but before that, I just spare a thought for those poor souls in Essex who chose to support United during the 90s and watched them pick up trebles and Champions League titles and watched the Ferguson side. What a great side. How good was that Ferguson side? And that clutch of young players. It's the nucleus. Manchester United players from the academy. The nucleus of the football club. They became Man United and took them to unimaginable heights, James. So imagine what Terry from Essex right now is feeling. As Grimsby dumped them out of the League Cup in round 2. I feel for him, I do. I feel for Sam Peoples.
I saw Sam. He looked exasperated. I watched a bit of his. That is an incredible phenomena that myself and you don't have to deal with. Like not like 20 minutes after the game. I've been doing this for 10 years. I have to talk now. Whereas like QPR lose. QPR look like. I mean, I'm happy to talk about the fact that QPR lost 7-1 last week. Right, and it was an interesting moment in the sense of, I felt like I had a spotlight on me. I was in a pub in Surrey, right? I was in a pub in Surrey looking after Mike. No, but I just knew that because this was happening and because I'm like in this space and I'm the QPR fan in this space, I was like, oh my God, if I go on Twitter, it's gonna be. And then everyone's like, can someone check on Jim? All this shit. And then I go to tweet something and I think, Don't tweet. Anything I tweet. What are you trying to gain here, Jim? Well, exactly. There's no good that can come from me tweeting. But I am fortunate enough that I can go underground for 2 days.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Sam and Goldbridge, see the Goldbridge stuff?
Yeah,
Goldbridge is like, he lost his head about Nana last night. I mean, what is this lad doing? This lad is lost.
He's useless.
Put Tom Heaton in goal.
Is he on? Have they got him? Have they? I thought they've got a Turkish keeper. I can't remember his name.
Binder, yeah. He's put that like. Put that lad.
Safe pair of hands.
Put a safe, experienced pair of hands.
Buy Donnarumma.
Yeah, I mean, God, can they find the money? But it's just like it's incredible. It is incredible, and it's. I do feel sorry for Amorim in the sense of like, if Bruno Fernandes scores the bloody penalty, they'd probably win that game, and they're probably not feeling the way they're feeling about this Grimsby game because it was one where I was like, oh, who's playing tonight? And you saw that, and your eyes did go, like just doing,
ooh, banana skin.
Yeah, could they?
And
Grimsby are fantastic. Grimsby are fantastic. Like they
God, James, it doesn't matter how they could. They were brilliant, but it doesn't matter. They should at the top of the game. They shouldn't be beating Man United or any Premier League team for really. Because the advantages, the financial advantages those clubs have, just apparently insignificant. I just want to make one more point because I don't want to miss this opportunity. It's not Amorim is a part of the problem in the immediacy. The bigger problem for Manchester United is the ownership structure and who's making proper decisions at that football club. You've got Glazers who have fundamentally failed since they've taken over. The club's a shadow of its former self, both in the stadium they play in, their training facilities, but moreover the performances on the pitch. But what's worse is they've given over the sporting control to Jim Ratcliffe, who has absolutely zero credentials, zero proof that he can run a football club successfully, let alone the second biggest football club in the world. And that's it. That's it. This is Man United now for a decade at least. He's not going to go anywhere. His money he's losing money. It's worth less than when he took it over. They've gone backwards. He's bought in Amorim. And he's making all these like that interview he did with Gary Neville was like saying like, he's had players out injured. Like Amorim hasn't had his full squad. They've backed him and Cunha and Mbeumo. They've spent huge amounts of money, and they're worse. And that comes from leadership.
So what? Like, so Ollie Rogers says, get your comments in here. I'm interested to know everyone thinks. Sacking Amorim would be a sideways step. Nothing would be solved. Can I also add a touch of context here? Now, look, you can't be going out to League Two team like when you're Man United. When you play that,
it does happen sometimes, though.
Yeah,
Spurs lost it.
You lost at Grimsby.
Yeah, in 2008.
Well, there you go.
No, it was a 92nd minute sickener, Jim.
Was it?
It was a sickener.
What I would say though is the great thing about the League Cup now is that you don't have extra time, do you? You go straight to penalties.
That's so much better. They should get rid of extra time altogether.
So, but that's the point, is if you go straight to penalties, it is, I've said it. Are you ready? Everyone say it with me. It's a low-scoring, high-variable game. So you can hang in there. What is an abomination is they should be going 2-0 down. 2-0 down.
It should have been 3. Should have been 3-0.
Yeah.
If VAR was in place, they would have been 3-0 down.
And if you think... So I generally feel like the truth of a game is in the first half, in my opinion. Because the second half is all Man United. But of course it's all Man United. Because Grimsby are 2-0 up against Man United at home. Hang in there, lads. So that is inevitable, right? But in the first half, go to whatever app you'd like to go to. And find a momentum bar. And you will see that Grimsby were at it. Grimsby were the better team in that first half. Like, there's no way around it.
They had so much space.
That is
space.
Frightening when you've got Kobbie Mainoo's in that team, Diallo, Seshko, Cunha, Dorgu. Should be too much for this. So I think in this instance, that's the thing with Amorim, where it's like, I don't mind if he wants to play this way, and you're sort of slowly building that out, and you want to get to that, but it feels to me that he needs to have more plans than just this plan, because I think it's hurt. It's really hurting.
This is a conversation that's been had ad nauseum for at least 6 months. It isn't working. Your system isn't working. You need to change this. Otherwise, you're going to lose your job.
Do you know what as well? That I think there's something in the fact that the way they played well against Man City, against Liverpool, against Arsenal, I think that system works pretty well against good teams. But it's against the other guys. That's where it feels like it feels like they're on their arse a bit.
He's gone, Jim. You got to go. And the example is Spurs, right? You say, and you can't sack him. And I said it. You can't sack him after. Although, thankfully, I found the clip. I don't know where it was. Maybe on one of your shorts where we were talking about sacking Ange after the win. And right. I thought I was just going, don't sack him, don't sack him, don't sack him. I actually said at the time, I'd completely forgotten that the sensible thing would be to find a new manager. So if you know that, after won a trophy and not learnt from Ten Hag in that situation, but you know that if you make the right appointment next, like Spurs have with Frank, fingers crossed, early doors, it could go tits up, but it feels right at this moment. The most effective change Man United can make is the manager. It has to be. He's got to be sacked. And I said, I called this. I said he'll be the first manager to go.
I'd be a shit owner. I'd be such a rubbish owner.
You'd be so nice, wouldn't you?
Because you never know, And that's the thing I would say is, like, I think this is rock bottom. This is really rock bottom. Obviously getting actually, what is rock bottom? That's a good question. What is rock bottom for Man United? It's getting relegated, isn't it, from the Premier League?
I don't think. Yeah, but no. I think they should. I mean, of course, that's rock bottom for any club, I guess. Who's never been relegated in the Premier League era, but finishing 16th was rock bottom. 17th for Spurs was rock bottom, just saved by that trophy.
But it wasn't rock bottom, was it? If you really think about it, rock bottom's going down.
You cannot go down.
Why not?
Yes.
I mean, any team can go down. Do you know what, this year as well. More so, if you rinse and repeat, as we've said, and you don't, it continues going badly, and you've got other the promoted teams are a little bit better, then why not?
No. Look. I think the as we've discussed many times last season, that the disparity in quality has never been smaller in the Premier League. So my point is that the teams that typically would be a gimme for a Big Six club, a home tie versus Bournemouth at the weekend for Spurs. You think of that and you think, even now, even though I know Bournemouth are good, the Semenyo's quality, they've got a really good manager. In my brain, I can't remove the idea that it's Bournemouth at home, even though intellectually, I know that this is a difficult game. I know there's no guarantee of a win at any stage in the Premier League, but my brain has been trained over years that says Spurs should beat Bournemouth at home.
This is fascinating. That's such a great point, mate. That's such a great point, because I have it. Every fan has this. So, like, we've got Charlton at home. Now, Charlton are good, but they're newly promoted. So I'm like, I know that we're, and also it's QPR, and we sold a striker that couldn't score for us, went to Leyton Orient, was the top scorer in the whole league, came back to us, and we decided to sell him to Charlton. So he's obviously going to score. But like, I agree with, in my mind, I'm like, we've got to beat Charlton at home.
Yeah.
So, and that's me saying that. That's me after a 7-1 defeat. When you messaged me, I was so fucking angry at the weekend. I was seething. It's like, enough now.
I've never seen James. I've never had that conversation with James. I didn't know what to do, because James is generally really kind of, I didn't know what to say.
You go really lovely in those instances. It's really funny. Like, generally, like with our dynamic, we're talking about football, you're the ruthless one. You got a sack and da-da-da. But if I flip, you go, hey, Jim, it's okay.
It's all right.
It's all right. What did you say to me?
It was when we went to QPR together, when we went to Loftus Road.
You see a different side of it, didn't you?
Yeah, I did see a different side of James. That wasn't the James Allcott, the lovely James Allcott, the well-polished, professional, BBC presenter. This was a different James Allcott. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, like the snarl.
Yeah, like the snarl, the viciousness, the chewing gum.
You messaged me. You messaged me about something. You went. You said so. Flav sent me. Flav sent me the could they picture of me for Spurs, because you'd had a good day, right? Absolutely fine.
I didn't know that the QPR had been battered. So
and I went, not today, mate. This is at 8:50 in the evening. And you went, sorry, kiss. I didn't think when I sent that. I went, I'm only joking. Although I am so pissed off. Fucking disgrace. XG of 1.1. It's a mental game. When it goes to the disgrace, no midfield. Fucking pathetic. We are always so shit. Love you, Jim. It will get better.
I didn't know what to say. I wanted to help you, but there's nothing you can do.
Head gone. I hate being mediocre. I have no more patience.
The thing is, James, I didn't want to say this, but I thought, that's not mediocre. That's worse than mediocre.
Well, it depends. It depends how you feel about it. But no, look, someone's saying there 17th was firm bottom. Bollocks. Rock bottom is 20th in the league and relegated. Right?
If they don't change, they could go down. That isn't a joke. They could go down.
I'll be the positive one.
Wouldn't that be amazing to see? Like, deep down, like, no one wants to see a team relegated, but Man United getting relegated. That would be like, it's like waking up at Christmas and there's a bike. When you're 7 years old. Everyone's happy with that. I
mean, they could absolutely go down. Any team can go down, especially in the Premier League, which I think, again, everyone, exactly your point of, look, it's Bournemouth at home. Anyone can get beaten by anyone. So, like, the Fulham draw, Fulham away is a hard game. But it's Fulham. It's Fulham.
Yeah, but the problem with that mentality, and it exists certainly in anyone who supports the top six a big six club, I'm talking, when I say top six, I'm talking revenue generating, right? I appreciate that Man United and Tottenham are not in the current big six, but because people go, no, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I'm just talking in the financial advantages that we have, that there is an entitled mentality that we should be beating Bournemouth at home. Now, the problem with that is that while we can still intellectualize this situation and think Bournemouth are a good side, Iraola's a good manager, when we don't win, that primal, that instinctual belief that we should win kicks in, and that's why everyone starts crying.
But that's why Man United fans are losing their mind right now after the Fulham game. Because again, what's amazing, if you really just step back a little bit further, you lost to Arsenal. You didn't even score at home. But everyone was like, it was a good performance. It was a good performance, though. Good performance. Amorim's points per match went up after the Fulham game from the Arsenal game because they got a point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
28 and 29.
It's fascinating stuff. I think the psychology and the noise of it is the biggest factor of anything. Amorim's not a bad manager. They're not bad players. The noise around it, the psychology around it is out of control for that group.
But he is out of his depth as well.
I think he's faking it. I feel like not faking it. I think people do this all the time. It doesn't mean they're not talented enough to achieve stuff, but we all kind of go. You see this all the time in so many different arenas where you go, you're sort of posturing to what you should do as opposed to just being relaxed in the seat. And because this is the problem as well. I think he came in at Sporting. He was this sort of god who was just like, well, this is how we play, and this is I get it right. And when you're used to being the manager's such a figurehead, isn't it?
Yeah,
you're like you are the Messiah. It's sort of come with me, kind of thing. And and he's struggling with that. I think.
Well, he's had no option. He's had no experience in failure where you can learn. Everything was just up at Lisbon. The whole, it's a perfect club for him. He's known, he's respected, and he went from player coach, I think, or player to manager, didn't he? Pretty quickly. Must have done because he was 36 when he started. So, so he's all he's known is success, and now he's learning that his system doesn't work in all situations. And there's no way that he could have known that without having experienced it failing. So that he has to learn and adapt. So what you've got here is a junior manager who has all the potential you would imagine because of what he's done at Lisbon.
He's at Braga for like 13 games. I knew it was
right. Okay, and now he's having to learn at Man United. Your manager shouldn't be learning at Man United. He should be complete.
I think about this all the time. I find it absolutely bizarre that in football you want this hot, young, good-looking thing when, if you're going to go, leader of the country, for example, it's always an old bloke who's been around the fucking block. I think being a manager, you've got to have so much energy now that makes life a little bit harder. Huh?
Right. You're Jim Ratcliffe right now, and you've decided to sack him.
Money! Go on. Who'd you sign?
Who'd you get as manager?
Oh, my God, man.
Like someone just said, Sam said Tuchel at the end will end up at United after the World Cup. And you're like, that makes sense. I mean, and as a Man United fan, you're not going, wow, are you? Because he's boring and his football's pretty boring. He's a boring man, isn't he?
I honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I can't. I don't have I don't have overall empathy for suffering for football, for Big Six football fans, because you've got every advantage. So
yeah, I don't want any sympathy. I don't want any sympathy from anybody.
It's for Man United. For Man United, it's like I absolutely. And look, if you're one of those who want to roll your eyes and patronise me because I'm comparing the two, like QPR losing 7-1 and you losing to Grimsby, it's the same thing of you're like, fucking sort yourself out. What is this?
Yeah, and Yeah, it's just not. And obviously they're it's all going tits up, and they can't control it. And you've got Ratcliffe, who you have zero faith that he'll make the right decision next time. And this is it. And then looking across the road, and you've got Manchester City, who are what they are. So it must be a difficult time for you, Terry from Essex. But
you know, there's a content creator called Terry from Essex. I think he's from Essex. Terry, what's his name?
Who?
Terry Flowers.
I do know you're talking about. I think he does.
Is that who you meant?
Talking about.
But you just plucked out the name Terry out there.
Yeah. Right. Maybe it was subconsciously.
Maybe.
I knew who. No, I don't mean directly Terry from Sam from Essex. Then Sam from Essex.
Will Starling. Will Starling is saying, "Is Amorim Liz Truss?"
Well, yes.
Adam Sullivan says Iraola. Do you know what? Can I'll just get this out there.
You're angry now, don't you?
No. No, I'm not angry at all. No, I just want to say that, like, with that rock bottom of today, of yesterday, I do think that could humble that group if they get it right. And that Burnley game is an absolute cup final. And if you can win that game 3-0 and put on a really good performance, like Liaz said that in the pod that'll be out tomorrow. It's not about beating Burnley. You got to thump Burnley. That's what Man United fans go. That's it. So if I'm Amorim, I go, I am putting the best team I can put out. Like, this is this is the team I'm going to die on. It's the hill I'm going to die on, right? And go, look, lads, let's not mess about it. I don't care. I know subconsciously it's Burnley at home, but you need to be snarling going into this game because it is now. And maybe you get a result, and then all of a sudden you can start to possibly build from there. I think the thing that is so hard is that is and we're part of it, but like you can't escape it, sadly. So you need to find a way to get around it. It's the wave of media that comes with Man United. I think it's so powerful to get out of it.
Yeah, of course, and that is the job, and that's part of the reason why
one bad result knocks you off your feet.
And you got to remember that Man United also benefit from that amount of interest and scrutiny and buzz around the football club. That is Man United, and he knows that. And that's why I think like it felt too soon for him. Anyway, I think Burnley, if it was at Turf Moor, this would be hell for United. It is at Old Trafford, and having watched Spurs play Burnley at the start of the season, there's a couple of things I would be worried about if I was Amorim and Man United fans, and that's Anthony on the left. Is it Jacob?
Jaden Anthony.
Jaden Anthony on the left, and Cullen behind him, but Mejbri as well.
Mejbri's good, isn't he?
Yeah. So I was really impressed with them. The centre forward's good.
Mejbri. What you mean? Former Man United player, Mejbri.
Oh, really? I didn't know the agenda.
Are we
didn't
seeing
know there was
it?
a narrative.
Are we seeing it? Oh no!
Is there a ripple effect? Was he let go by Amorim? Maybe not.
No.
Shame. That's a shame.
No,
listen. So the way they play, and then when Dallo or whoever it is on the right hand side goes forward, there is so much space to exploit. As per the Grimsby game yesterday, I think that this will not be easy for Man United, and thumping them 3-0 is you're on cloud 9 if you think that's going to happen.
Well, look, if he is, if he wants to survive and thrive, it's got to be now. It's got to be that game.
Yeah, I just don't think he has the system, the players, or the ability to survive this job. Okay. I also like Esteve.
It reads like you want to say Esteve, but it's Esteve apparently.
Esteve. Yeah. Mate, lovely. Wonderful left foot, Jim. Wonderful.
Who's it you still always say this about with QPR? Was it Darnell Furlong or something like that?
Yeah.
Who's it?
Lovely little player.
Lovely little Darnell Furlong.
Lovely little
player. Oh, mate, we're linked with Ronnie Edwards. Search Ronnie Edwards. Just search Ronnie Edwards. Look at his lovely face. He's so good looking, and he was so good for us last year. And I was just like, oh. I tweeted yesterday, I can't take this either way. Like, if he doesn't come, I'm going to be heartbroken. But if he does come, I'm not sure I could handle it either.
He had a good loan with you, did he?
We have the best fanzine website, Lost for Words, with Clive Whittingham. He's so funny. And he would only ever call him Ronnie Handsome Edwards, like in any article. He's a centre back, and we've been linked with getting him back. It would just be delicious. Oh,
yeah, he's a good-looking chap.
Good-looking lad, isn't he?
Yeah, I am looking. I am looking.
Yeah, look closer. That's what I'm saying. Right, let's have some fun. Some good comments last week. I think we've got a new bit that's going to get off the ground as well. I'll just tick off Man United Grimsby, Man United Burnley. Tick that off as well. Big Laugh Award. One stood out for me. Betty McCate said, "I can't believe he's called James's kid a scumbag." That was last week's podcast, which of course you can go and enjoy.
Did I?
Do you know what? Sometimes I think, like, we did the first couple of podcasts and it was calm, and I'm thinking, look, but this. Did
I call Cora a scumbag? Then?
yeah. This podcast.
Because he called me Uncle Pooh.
Yeah, well, I mean that's another comment as well. There's which was sometimes I wonder, like, obviously this podcast lives and dies by the running the comments. It always has done. And sometimes at the start of every year you go, well, look, we're starting again. Like, is it ever gonna, you're planting new seeds out there, you're chucking it out there, and you're thinking, is it ever gonna come back? Are the comments gonna kind of fulfill it? And they always bloody do. And I feel like this was the week again when I had a look. I went, there's lots we can touch on. Mocking commenter said, this is regarding your beef with my son. He says, this pod is now called Jabfn, to rightfully acknowledge our new co-host, Uncle Pooh. All slugs, both moist and dry, must join this revolution. I don't make the rules. Koa has spoken, and we are merely conduits for his vision. 278 likes on that.
Yeah, it's twice it happened as well. It's not just when he was on the show. There was a video of you asking about him.
Yeah.
And he said it
Can
again.
I say this?
Said,
you might like this. What? Calm down the beef. I came in the door 2 days ago, and he went, so it's the best. I come through the door, and he can see me from where he's eating, and I often get back about 5. And he always goes, Daddy, which is just like, which is great. And then he went, I love Uncle Flav. From nowhere. Swear to God.
Really?
Swear to God.
All right.
He went,
I
went, oh yeah, I did that. He went, I love Uncle Flav.
I mean,
that's not his name, son.
For him.
No, I just went,
this is on him,
He went, that's right. He went, oh yeah. Oh, and also, he went, oh, and also, you tell him if he sees me, walk the other way, he said.
Yeah. Because James, as much as that's lovely to hear, and I want to believe you, I need to hear it from him. Otherwise, I need to hear it from him.
Fair. That's fine. The reply to that, this new revolution of the Jabfn instead of Jaffin, for you, Uncle Pooh. Celtic 69 said, in Koa we trust. James McCall then went, he said, I don't really tune into this podcast often. Brackets, no offence. But I can see some of you are very deep in the lore of this alternate reality. Is the real world that bleak? Fantasy PGA Tour replied, are you suggesting this isn't the real world, James? Not me, James McCall.
Yeah.
If that's what you're suggesting, then maybe it's you, sir, that can't handle reality.
Yes. Mate, there is no greater thing where I'm out shopping with my daughter, which seems to be her favourite hobby, and someone, a little slug, moist or dry, comes up to me and says, I love Jaffin. I listen to Jaffin all the time.
So good.
There is no greater feeling. And it's always Jaffin, people mention. No one goes, I saw you on the overlap. And that's boring. Yeah. And you go, so what? You saw me on the overlap. So what? But when they say, I love Jaffin, that means they know. They know the podcast. They know us. They're with us.
Yeah.
And the question is always moist or dry. And then generally they'll go a little bit sheepish, maybe blush and go dry.
Dry
at the moment.
I get the
dry
same.
at the moment.
I go, who do you support? And I go, Liverpool. In a posh voice. I go, I'm joking.
But what's great about this, Jim, what's really great about it is they're so ingrained into the law, into the culture of this podcast that's been going for 7 years now, right? that they feel guilty if they don't give us their money.
That's what, hey, and that's what we've been
That's what it's
working
all
on.
about.
That's what we've been building on this whole time.
I occasionally go back to some of the old.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah, it was great. I occasionally go back to some of the old clips of, and I think the one Jaffin clip that I love more than, and all these clips are on YouTube, so you can go and watch them yourself. If you want to get entrenched in the lore, there is a Jaffin Clips YouTube channel. But I would say the cult, the conversation about the
cult, great.
That sex cult was
Rob Turner, he's still with us. It's Rob Turner with a clipboard.
Yeah, we can't go into it and do it justice now. So go and watch that. But tears run down my face every single time I watch it.
So funny. I just love the way he wrote this. Hey, I don't make the rules. You're gonna have to have. You want to join the cult? It's a sex cult. It's a sex cult. Oh, I just thought it was a cult. No, it's a sex cult. It's got to be sex involved. It's a cult. I just like the way he went. Then maybe it's use. I like the respect fantasy PGA Tour popped on this. Then maybe it's you, sir, that cannot handle reality. Samuel underneath said, weird comment. This podcast has been going a long time. If you listen semi-regularly, you'll pick up in the in-jokes. What it's got to do with the real world, whatever that means, I don't know. It's an hour of people's week, mate. It's not that deep. A little bit of a nibble from Samuel there, but I appreciate he's looking to defend us. I thought...
sorry,
go on.
Do you remember last week I said I've met that lad and I wasn't sure of his name and it was at the Lad Bible shoot?
Yep, Harrison or something?
I think that's Matt Geeson. And he's right there.
It's who?
Matt Geeson in the chat.
Matt Geeson.
Oh,
there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh, I haven't...
Now he's moist. I put it on him. I said to him, like, all right, you enjoyed the pod? Good. Are you moist or not? And he was like, no, I'm not. And now he is. Look at him. He's in the chat.
That's great news.
That was me, yes. There you go, James.
Well done.
You've got to put it on him. Jim, listen to me. It feels like you're not listening to me properly. No, listen to me. This is important. Cool. This is important. Right, next time a slug comes up to you, Jim, you've got to go. You're obviously moist because you wouldn't be coming up to me.
Yeah, you must be moist.
Yeah. You've got to be moist. And then they go, no, we're dry. And you got to look at them and go, oh, that's a shame.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah,
how much do you enjoy the pod?
Love Jaffin. I go, oh, you must be a moist slug then. That's good, isn't it? Oh, you must be a moist slug then. And then you can see him go, doo.
Oh no! And then what happened there? When Matt went, no, but I will be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know if I believe you, Matt. But lo and behold, he's been
panic guilt. I'd call that.
Yeah, and that's fine. It's all money, Jim.
That's a new bit.
Counts.
That's a new bit. When have you had panic guilt? I can't think of an example right now. Still to come on the podcast, I'd like to touch on the big game this weekend: Liverpool Arsenal. Huge. Also, I think we need to touch on Eze. After last week.
Yeah, we can. Because I was just thinking about something just as you were talking there, Jim. Right? I don't know if I told you about this, or maybe it was in the mailbag, and this lad wouldn't have seen it. But I was out in Salisbury with my daughter shopping. Where else? And this lad came up to me with his mum, and went, "I love Jaffin. And I did, moist,
with his mum.
Moist. He was with his mum, and his mum starts talking to me.
Okay.
I think she wanted a bit. That's a shame. I shouldn't have gone there.
I do imagine. I think if you lined up 100 women between the ages of 32 and 50, I think you go, who do you want? Do you want him or him? I think they're absolutely picking you. I think that you've got that little bit.
What do you mean, me?
You got that little bit. Me or you? I think you got a little bit. You got that little bit of gruff that the housewives love.
I think, Jim, that you would be, and if we're talking about...
He's a real man.
Jim, and I think we're talking about legitimately, attractive and sort of 10 out of 10 females. They're much... Yeah, I'm sort of the elderly woman, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm
right?
not saying that. I'm not saying that a real woman. I'm saying a real woman.
I would say between 45 and 60, maybe you'd have a point. Anyway,
let's not argue about it.
No, I don't want to win that argument. And so we're chatting and it's fine, and I'm actually more comfortable talking to Jaffin listeners than I am anyone else who recognises me out. It's a bit awkward. but they kind of know us, don't they? Because they've listened to the pod. Anyway, so we're talking to his mum, and then he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to go now. I'm going to leave you be." And I was like, "Okay, mate, nice one." And we'd done it all. Anyway, me and the daughter had finished our shopping, and she was like, "I'm hungry," as she always does. And I'll go, "How about we go for me and you, Wagamamamas? Does that sound good?"
I fucking hate Wagamamas.
I'm not a big fan of it either. But
why are you writing on my menu?
Why writing all
Why have I
over
got to
the
sit
menu?
with everyone?
Yeah,
And why?
well,
or just give me something. Give me like a yard.
Hold that thought.
Stop.
Hold that thought, Jim.
Go on.
Right there.
Right.
Because lo and behold, who was sitting right next to me?
Oh,
the lad and his mum.
Oh,
and
God.
he went like this, James. He went, "No. Oh, no," because I think that he's done this on purpose. And that's crucifying for him.
Yeah.
Bless him. So we had a good old chat, and he's going to university, and he seemed like a really lovely chat. And I said to him, if you need anything, your mum needs anything, you know what I'm saying? Then, you DM me on Twitter.
Yeah. Why don't? Yeah, here's my number, mum. Do you know what I hate about Wagamamas? Do you know where they go? Scribbling on the on your menu, and it's like, and it comes as it comes. They say, don't they?
Yeah,
it comes
you can't have it all together.
Well, no, I've ordered a fucking starter. Fuck you.
Also,
I'm not going anywhere. I'll go. I'm just sitting here. I'm going to sit here. I have finished. Have you finished? I have finished. Would you want any more drinks? No, I'm talking to my friend. Stop rushing me out.
Can you get out?
Man. And there's things that make you shudder.
It's not that great either.
Things that make you shudder like that that happens, doesn't it? A lot. You know when you go, all right, bye everyone. Then bye. Oh, so good to see you. Which way are you going? I'm going that way. Oh, so am I. Horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah. Can I tell you a quick story about Ricky, our mutual friend? Now, I guess you could call him a friend as well. But Ricky,
probably wouldn't.
we went to because I'm really fond. Probably wouldn't actually. No, I'm really fond of Saeed. I don't know how you feel. Don't have to mention it. If
the
you
Man
don't
United guy.
know. Yeah, I find him really funny.
Yeah, I know he's. You know what he's doing, don't you?
Of course, it's a bit. But
he did one last night, didn't he? When it was on the site, the biryani thing.
The biryani is one of the funniest. It's just goated. You're not serious, man. You're not eating one, man. We're losing. You're eating. You're not serious. Anyway, so I really like him. I like his clips. I always watch him when he comes on. Yeah. And he goes home and away, and he's a proper United fan. But he's so funny to me. He parks up next to Ricky and his dad in Bilbao.
Oh wow!
And they have this, and they had all this sort of banter, and he was really sort of like they didn't know Ricky from Adam, although his dad introduced Ricky as Ricky from the Cockfighting podcast. We've only been going 15 years, and his dad still can't get it right.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that off camera, Saeed was really friendly and personable, and they went to the game, and Ricky thought they would never see him again. Obviously, Spurs won. And they've come back to the car at the exact same time together. And that kind of, the last thing you want is like, but he was apparently good as gold and a lovely person off camera. So I just wanted to say that.
Oh, that's nice. It does see it there. You get a feeling he's got a nice, good heart.
Soul.
Yeah, you can see it, can't you? I'm going to put this in because I want to keep this going. Mark Gillam has got a new intro for us. I appreciate we're 48 minutes into the podcast. But there's certain jokes in here that I kind of wanted to hide back here. So here is the intro. I'll be honest, guys, I might not even bother with the horns because I want to just get this podcast out. I've got to race out after this. Anyway, okay. This is an official public service announcement after your comments at the end of last week's podcast. Don't know if you can remember it.
No, I have no idea.
It was to do with Class A drugs. I was going to try and think of a euphemism of some sort.
Still don't remember.
Okay, fine. Official public service announcement. To all slugs, both moist and dry, we want to take a moment to address the incident at the end of last week's podcast, where Flav said some things that he would later come to regret. Flav is determined to rebuild trust, both with himself and all of you slugs who've supported him through wind, rain, and snow. And he doesn't want to blow his second chance with you all, as you are his rocks. Right, let's crack on with the pod. Let's shelve it.
What?
Let's bump it.
Nice.
Okay, it's just go on.
Little bump.
Right. Enjoy episode 3. Oh, hang on. I've ruined that last bit. Right. Let's crack on with the pod. Let's shelve it. Let's bump it. Enjoy episode 3. Here come the trumpets. There you go.
What? I can't even remember what I said. That's how little I care. I literally haven't thought about
the podcast,
it.
or about the repercussions of things you say within the podcast.
About the repercussions of generally of anything.
Okay.
Although I keep
saying Diggity Dog's actual name. Hey, what are you worried about?
Diggity Dog alias RIP. My government name again.
Building your brand, mate.
I've become much more careful going forward now than I was previously. Like this geezer tweeted, I tweeted an edit that this kid had done about Jed Spence. Right, and then Jed Spence is like, buddies, and every time it says buddies, you got a picture of like Saka, you got a picture of every winger that he's locked up since starting playing for Spurs.
Right.
Right, and this geezer said, bro, nobody cares about your Honda player, something like that. I think like Honda is a shit car or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
And you know what I replied? Don't bro me, you little slag. That's what I wanted to say. But I can't do that anymore because people are watching. Like I might lose a job because of that.
Do you think you would? No, I think that's fine, mate. Don't bro me, you slag.
Little slag.
Little slag. Good. That is great. Might have that. Couple of thoughts. Yeah. So, how are you feeling after Eze? I think the question that a lot of people wanted to know from last week was, where were you when you found out that Eze was actually going to Arsenal? Let it all again.
It hurt so much, Jim.
Did it?
Oh God! It was like losing a North London derby when we weren't even playing them. Oh God.
Can you remember where you were?
Yeah, of course I can. I was on my sofa. I was having a nice glass of wine. It's about 8 o'clock at night, and it was like, no. What happened was, like, if everyone like to give Arsenal fans that are watching this, because I've given them some stick over the years, and this is a part of it. So let me give you something back because you're still here, despite how horrible I am to your football club all the time. So let me give you something back. So I'm working during the day. Everything's all right. We're signing Eze, solves our number 10 problem / player in the half space. And I was just like, I got a message from my mate. And he went, yeah, you had any rumours about Arsenal being in for Eze? And I was like, nah. Well, they don't know where's he going to play. Of course not. Nah, don't worry about that, mate. I'm sure someone would have said something to me. And then slowly, through the day, information starts coming out.
I thought I had a bit of ITK, and I obviously didn't.
Well, no, you did, Jim. But the problem is that what transpired afterwards, and this is why I think the frustration is also that Arsenal took a player that we thought we were signing. That's bad enough. But you look at how the two clubs are run. Arsenal had Eze lined up and they could sign him if they wanted him. Spurs had a week's run at him because they didn't know about the Havertz injury and didn't get that deal done. And he could have done. And maybe Arsenal, might have gone to Eze and go, yeah, but we'll still take you, even though you've agreed to join Spurs. So that might have happened. But they're not going to sign him and have Eze, and it'd just be too bloated, your squad. So you imagine, to your point, Jim, is that all the information that everyone was heard was probably right until Havertz got injured, and then it was wrong.
Berta just doesn't mess about, does he, I think? I've seen a lot of... I think Arsenal fans were hoping... Again, it's one... Before it all plays out, it's one where this summer you were hoping Berta would come in and get things moving. And he has done that. Like, he has moved things along. I saw someone talking about his kind of strategy and what he does is that when he's in terms of dealing with different clubs, he will really drill into the economics of that club so that he can understand if they're lowballing you or not, or like what their negotiating power truly is, so that he can then go, oi, stop it. And just kind of like have that little bit of power, which I think is probably, it's not something I've read before. So I was like, oh, that's quite clever. But then I think, well, that is also probably quite obvious as well. But
yeah, look, he clearly gets things done. Like Mazza said, it makes Eddie look a bit embarrassing. Eddie did a great job and a really good job for.
Yeah, it was
for
stage
Arsenal.
one, wasn't it? Phase
Yeah,
1 to 3.
Let's just a little bit more respect, actually, Mazza, there, mate. A little bit more respect for someone who's part of this progress for you. Okay? But Berto doesn't fuck about. And the problem is Daniel Levy. I wonder how you feel about this. But Daniel Levy, the game's left him. The game's left him.
Really?
Owners of other football clubs that we consider to be our competition operate in an aggressive, ruthless way, and they get shit done. And do you know how I know this? You're talking about ITK. I've got a little bit for you, Jimbo.
Lovely.
Right, it's kind of relevant. So a friend of mine called Peter Frost, or Frosty, or Frosticles.
Thank God, because I was about to say Frosty.
Yeah, Frosty.
Not really.
His job is a head chef on a 100-foot super yacht for very rich people. Got an amazing job. 6 weeks on, 6 weeks off.
Yeah.
And he can cook. He worked under Gordon Ramsay, the Roux brothers. He is the legit.
Right.
Anyway, one of his clients is Todd Bowley. And Todd Bowley was on the phone negotiating a deal for Enzo Fernandez. And Peter could hear all of this.
Right.
And then his clothes fall off and he saw everything.
Should you have told us that much information about him?
It's already been out there.
Okay, because you just go to his full fucking name.
Yeah, no, it's out there. He told this story on my podcast with his name.
Fine.
And you know, and it's nothing. They're not exposing anything. In fact, it's good. It's a good look for Bowley.
Okay.
He's on the phone and he says, "What does he want?" He wants £60,000 more. Okay, give it to him. Done. Enzo Fernandez was signed. Daniel Levy would have gone, what does he want? Oh, no. Well, I tell you what, if he scores 40 goals this season, we'll give him 30 grand extra, okay? That's the fucking cunt running my football club.
You're just
Want more, Jim.
I know.
I just
pay all the money all the time. Don't be careful.
Just give them all the money all the time.
You're in a different world, aren't you?
Yeah, we are. Yes, absolutely.
Just pay them all the money all the time. Whereas,
give them
honestly,
money.
if you went to imagine if you just took up what you've just said there, and you were a Morecambe fan. He only wants 60 grand more. Just do it.
Yeah.
Different world, different sport.
Yeah, but no, what I would say, James, is that being a Spurs fan, it comes with a special amount of scrutiny that you alluded to when you lost 7-1. We get that when we miss out on a player. Like this week, the Arsenal fans have been gunning for me in a significant way, but luckily they're all slimy little cretins, and nothing they can say could ever bother me.
I've written this.
Keep
down.
your little gremlin. I couldn't give a shit about him. Ezzy's shit anyway. Overrated. Flat track bully. What really wound me up was you and our mutual friend Dan Cook, HLTCO.
Yep.
Who posted, oh, God, it was so lovely to see him get his big move.
Wasn't it great? Let it.
No.
I think that song, Let It All Work Out, that is every football fan. Well, that is most football fans. I can't put everyone in there because if you've won, if you've achieved it all in the last, 2 years, you probably not. Naturally, I would suggest that it's very difficult to have the same yearning as other fans, right? So, like for example, the let it all work out. That song is how I feel right now. That's how Man United fans feel. That's probably not how Crystal Palace fans feel right now because they've just had that. Oh
no, they do.
Moment.
They all feel like him. They feel like it as well. It's weird. Listen, the other thing is
not for the same desperation. Surely not.
Jim, when Koa turns 8 years old, are you going to go to him and go, "You're not good enough. Leave my house." And then 20 years later, oh, you're a doctor. Come back. Come on. Come back.
Leah said the same thing. He did. He went to go like everyone going, yeah.
Welcome home, Koa.
Yeah, it's like well, hang on a minute. We didn't want you for like.
Yeah, you weren't good enough.
There is some nonsense in that, but I think I didn't see it that way. For me, it was more the sense of like that he wanted to, it's about him, and he wanted to get there, and his story it's a bit of a movie in my head. Like it's a great drama waiting to be made, and I was just happy for him, mate. I thought it was class because he's a good lad, isn't he? You can tell he's a good lad. And it's allowed QPR to sign more players. So 3 cheers.
What was the kickback for QPR? Do you know?
I think we got 15%. So we lost 7-1, then we signed 3 players on the Monday. And I was like, okay.
Any good?
I like them.
Any good?
Two that we wanted anyway, which I'm happy about. And then a left back who's a bit injury prone, so I'm a bit nervous about it. But fingers crossed it'll be fine. So, okay, I've spoken to you about this. All right, this is the new bit. This is good. I like this new bit. One thing I did write this sentence down because I was thinking about the running order quickly. I was like, could someone just give Newcastle...
No!
What?
Koki Sato's gone.
To QPR?
No, it says left. Oh, left. Thank Christ.
We got him back.
I love that little lad.
Yeah, he's great, man. We just got him back.
Yeah.
And he's like, his interview's brilliant. He's like, I love QPR. I just love QPR. I love the fans. I love you guys. And it was always QPR. I was like, yes.
I like him. When I saw him play, I thought this kid's got something. He's playing out of position. He's tiny.
Yeah. We've got a lot of little
lads.
tens. Yeah, little scurriers. But fingers crossed it'll be good fun. Yeah, I wrote this sentence out. Could someone just give Newcastle a striker now? Feels like this has gone on long enough. Someone needs to step up and go, all right, you can have our striker.
Because it's probably going to be Strand Larson, right?
Well,
Jib or Visser, one of the two, right?
Yeah.
Was you, like me, not a little bit shocked when you saw, I mean, even more shocked as it transpired, but Wolves reject £50 million for Strand Larson. And then Wolves reject £60 million for Strand Larson.
Yeah. For 60, I was like, okay. But
I know Wolves don't need the money, but
it's you're putting yourself in a tricky situation because you then need to go and get a striker that's actually going to score goals in the Premier League, which is not as easy as people think. Also, it's like I was saying with Berta, like I remember this a while back. I don't know why this comes to my head, but like Middlesbrough sold a load of players, like Jed Spencer, and so they had money. So you knew they had money. So all the clubs were going, nah, I chuck another 3 million on any signing that they wanted to go and get. So that's the problem that Newcastle have got. Wolves know that there's not really anyone else in the market, so they can push to get their 65 that they probably want. That's all that matters.
Is he 65 million? Am I underrating him, do you think?
I think he's today 65 is probably too much. 14 goals and 4 assists last year.
Not bad.
Not bad. And he's a big lad. He's actually got a bit of pay, he's got a bit of running in him. He's not just like a big lump. Rob Turner says probably should have kept to Chris Wood.
Yeah, they should. Do you not think that there's this you just need to be a sort of semi-decent Premier League footballer and you have to go for more than £50 million now?
Yeah, it is mad.
Like Kudus for 55 million now looks like incredible business.
Absolute bargain.
And I know that there was a West Ham fan who said, we've pulled their pants down. And then a Tottenham fan replied, yes, just to give us a blowjob.
That's good. Nosh chat. There were comments for Nosh chat. And
there you go.
In my head, I thought, okay, I thought of a joke. I was like, we can do Nosh chat. Have you had a Nosh recently? You were going to say no. I'd say no. And then we carry on. And we just carry on.
Yeah, the answer is no, actually.
Yeah.
The answer for you, no?
It's a firm no. It's firm and it's a no. Right. I like this new bit. Right. Please write in things you refuse to do. And this is just such a great sense about what the podcast is. And so Malachi Aubrey says, Uncle Pooh refuses to ride a bus because he thinks it's beneath him. You can't write it. I was just like, that's class. The fact just think about the words. Think about the words I'm saying, right? And then think that is a sentence, and then think that sentence makes sense.
Did I say I wouldn't ride a bus last week?
You said it last week. Uncle Pooh refuses to ride a bus because he thinks it's beneath him. Can't write it. I love this podcast so much. Simon B. Thoughts on this? I refuse to let cars out if I'm last in a queue of traffic. Like when they're I don't know what the order is on this, There is a moment, isn't there? Like, at what point do you when like you're coming and they've got loads of people. Oh, that's it. So when there's like a queue of people, of cars, and 1, 2, 3, 4, they've let all those through. At some point, you should be the one to go, do you know what? Let me wait my turn. I'm going to stop and I'm going to let you guys come through for a bit. Simon B refuses to let cars out if he's lost in the queue.
Nothing drives me more crazy than fucking people in cars think they're traffic control. Just drive your car. If there's space for someone to get out. Not, go on, flashing the lights. Just fucking drive your car, you mug.
Do you know what?
Don't flash me.
Do you know what fam gets really annoyed at? Is if on a roundabout, right? If someone is, even if it's my right of way, but they could have been a bit of an arsehole and nipped in front. If they don't, I'll give them a hand. Can you hand on a roundabout?
No.
Is that wrong? Should I keep my hands in?
Yeah, I think so. And the rules of the road, you know that you give way to the right. No one should be stopping or controlling the traffic on the road. No. On a roundabout, it's inexcusable.
I'm being too nice there, maybe. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll write it. Another bit, just before we get back to the things you refuse to do, I think this could be a good bit. Things that your partner finds disgusting, but aren't actually. They just go through them. So I just started doing this thing where we're dancing, or I'm either dancing or I just decide, when people dance with guns like that. I do that a bit too much and it goes through her. But also when I'm doing it, I then start going. Just shooting her in the face. And she's like, what? Like in her bubble as well. I'm like, pa 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 pa, pa 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 pa, and it goes. She hates it. She's like, fuck. She's like, stop it. I'm just finding it funny, just going.
Do you know?
Sideways.
So when you first met Jim, that would have been funny and adorable, right? That little sort of stuff. You would have liked it right at the beginning. No, and it's the kind of you get to the stage of marriage, like me and the missus are 12 years in, and she's looking at me and going, "Can you stop breathing like that?" Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
She doesn't actually say that.
Do you know? I actually had it. I had it this morning where I was like, I'd not slept well. And I was sort of like half waking up, but it's one where I could probably get there. I could probably get back to sleep, and she moved, and I'm like, in my head I went, "You dare fucking cuddle me." I was like, don't cuddle me, because you're gonna cuddle me and I'm gonna be like, because I'm good with a cuddle, but I can't sleep in the cuddle. Do you know what I mean? I need to be on my face, as we know, right? So and she did. She turned on me and she put her arm over for a cuddle, and I was like, oh fuck's sake. But I wouldn't have been like that back in the day.
Can we address the kind of fallout to this ESAC clip?
Sure.
Because it went a bit viral, and we talked about it a bit on the mailbag, but there's a couple of things here. Like there's the
I haven't got a 20-minute ESAC chat in me. I'll be honest.
I don't want to talk about ESAC again. I couldn't give a shit what he does now. I'm done. Right, I've made my point there. Right, okay, but there was this lad said, Wrestle Planet, he said, Flav's ESAC clip went so viral that my dad somehow ended up coming across it and sending it to me. What makes it even funnier is the fact that the post he shared began with, I don't know who these two are, but if only he knew. But a lot of people are having a go at me for saying, here, I'm sorry, but Flav's take on ESAC's situation is utter shite, and saying it is completely separate or different to Vissa may genuinely show the proof of his low IQ. Genuinely. And then another bloke said, he basically said that I was having a go at for people for not paying for YouTube Premium because they don't want to support content creators, while also throwing a man who's striking under the bus or something along those lines. It's not remotely connected. It's not remotely connected.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say that I 100% back up everything I said, and I would say it again.
Yeah, I don't think I'm calm with your take.
Also, I think Newcastle fans are going to give me the keys to the city.
Well, that's it.
They love me now. They love me now.
That's it. So run with that, I think. Diggity Dog says, my wife finds my beatboxing annoying. Do you know anything other than Billie Jean? It was a genuine quote from last week. Yeah, love stuff like that. So stuff like that, that just goes through your missus, like.
Yeah,
because there is a joy. There's a joy in going, I know that you'll find that really annoying. And that's what people are saying my dance moves are bad there. But that's the point. The point is like, I shouldn't be doing finger gun dancing. Okay? But I've got it in my locker, is what I'm saying. And it goes through her. So let us know what more stuff like that. Things you refuse to do. I think there's 2 left. Jay Cartwright, things I refuse to do. Might be a bit rogue, but I'm not sure. People have disagreed with me on it. I refuse to stand there and pair up clean socks out of the wash basket before they go back into the drawer. In theory, it's easy, but I'm just not about it.
Yeah, it's completely boring. Luckily, my wife does all that shit.
I think you're missing out here, mate. Jay, I don't know if you're single or not. But if you are sort of married, my mate Craig, he was like that. I called him on Christmas Day, and I was peeling carrots, right, for the Christmas dinner. But what was amazing about this job of doing the carrots and the parsnips and all that was it's a job that you can do sitting down watching the telly, right? And he was like, that's genius. Because if you can get a job where you can sit down watching the telly doing it, you're doing a job, so it feels like you're doing your bit, but you're watching the telly. Now, pairing up the socks and folding the washing from the basket is exactly the same kind of gig. So don't turn your nose up at it, mate, because you can get points of doing something while sitting watching the telly.
Yes, exactly. So you can combine those 2 things. That's great advice, James.
Thank you. Last one was generic Zach. I refuse to pour milk over the tea bag before the hot water, or even with the hot water in the mug. There is a right way to make a cup of tea, and that's not it. I also agree with that. I'm with that. Get the bag out.
I leave the bag in while I'm drinking it. Is that crazy?
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I want it as strong as possible.
That's disgusting.
Well.
And that's your lot, I think.
Great, because I'm 5 minutes late for a meeting.
Right, go then. Bye, everyone.
Take care,
Join
everyone.
us on Mailbag. We'll do Mailbag tomorrow for those who are moist. Goodbye.
Bye.
Love you.